And welcome back. Yesterday, we reported that President Trump offered the New England Patriots coach, Bill Belichick, the opportunity to receive the Presidential Medal of Freedom. But it looks like he will take a pass. Many are left wondering if his decision could be overturned.
The six-time Super Bowl champion, who has previously spoken publicly about his friendship with the president, will not accept the nation's highest civilian honor, saying, quote, he's declining it. He's saying the decision has been made to not move forward in the wake of the attack on the Capitol this week. Our
panelists are standing by. And Bobby, we'll go to you right away. What do you make of this decision, this sort of change of plans from Belichick?
I think it's politics. It's political correctness. You know, there's an approved protest, and that's BLM. There's disapproved protest, which is voter fraud and election law violations. President Trump said to peacefully protest, to let your voice be heard. He denounced the violence, and now Belichick is going to decline this honor. You know, CNN reports that he's been pressured by others, and it's just, again, it's political correctness. You cannot be shown to have support for President Trump, even if it means not having this honor. We're going to decline it so that we can push forward with social justice and all of these other things that led to protests and riots, and actually were based on baseless claims that the media loves to throw that line in. And he's going to decline this honor just for politics. It's really pathetic, actually.
Jen, that letter goes on from Belichick, and it's well worded, but he goes on to note, aside from any of his Super Bowls that he has won, one of his biggest achievements was 2020 in fighting social injustice, you know, helping out with BLM and others. That was the highlight of his career.
Yeah, you know, it's ironic that the leader of a football team called the Patriots would actually decline such an honor and decline to meet with the president of the United States, no matter who he is. And, you know, Bill Belichick here is making, I think, a strategic error, and it shows that those in the NFL actually learned nothing from the years 2017, 2018, and 2019. If you look back at November 2016, the month that Donald Trump was elected president, 600,000 people pulled the plug from their ESPN subscription service, and that number has continued to plummet. So it shows that NFL fans and Americans across the country don't like this sort of political correctness. And look, everyone's for having their First Amendment rights heard, but I think we could all agree the NFL has gone completely far to the left in what Bobby said there is allowing one side to protest and not to allow the other. And most of those folks, most of the NFL fans are actually center right.
Going forward, I hope, of course, we never see any more violence. But if it were to be the case, we have got to see politicians from both sides of the aisle coming out immediately and condemning it, regardless of whatever sort of political affiliation could be behind it. Bobby, really quick, in that last segment we had with Rob Schmidt, we played a soundbite from Joe Biden as to what sort of his priorities are for rebuilding this nation once he becomes inaugurated. And he mentioned race when it comes to prioritizing rebuilding these small businesses. What do you make of that decision and how it could appear to contrast the idea of unity that he promises to bring regardless of race?
Well, Biden loves to talk about unity, and they've been talking about it, you know, ever since he was certified. And yet everything they do goes to disunity. And this whole thing with identity politics, it's like, hey, you're oppressed, come follow us. Hey, you're oppressed, come follow us. Rather than the policies President Trump put in that lifted everybody up. You know, unemployment went down for everybody. It did not matter. It set historic lows for Black and Hispanic unemployment, but the target was to build a better economy. That was it, not a better white economy or a better Black economy or a brown or a woman economy. Just build a better United States. Now, again, this interest groups, it's factions. That's how the Democrats are built. That's how they're put together. And he's going after it right away.
All right, we'll leave it right there, but I appreciate the time, folks. Thanks so much, our panelists today. Jennifer Kearns joining us live, as well as Bobby Eberle. We appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Okay, friends, thanks so much for watching. And before you go, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you'll be notified. And here's a special video just for you so you can watch even more of the 13-minute news hour. And don't forget to check out GOPUSA.com for the best in conservative news and commentary. We'll see you next time.